All right, y'all. Got another iconic classic for you today. 1973 Chevy Caprice. This thing is super dope because it's been gone through all the way. I love the color combination. I'm gonna call this a maroon, and the reason I'm gonna do that, you guys know, we're located in Huntsville. We got Alabama A&M down here. My wife saw this, which I know she don't watch the videos, but she would love this car. Like, it literally is their colors. You just gotta throw a little A&M tag in the back, and you good to roll for homecoming. But like I said, paint is beautiful. It's been repainted. I'm gonna probably get a paint about an 8, and the reason why, you could just tell, it's been, through car washes, details, things like that. You got your love marks on it. So we're gonna move around. It's already sitting on a set of 20-inch chrome spokes. We did not put those on there. It was just a set of wheels that came with it. We decided to leave them because we know most of the time when people get these Caprices and Impalas, they put their own wheels on them, or they order wheels through us. So we just left it up to the customer. Moving down the body, doors look good. No dents or anything that I really need to point out. Like I said, it's a beautiful color. Hood looks great. I keep saying hood. Roof. Roof looks good. Like I said, we got a couple little spots there. Let's go ahead and move on down. Skirt's intact. Looking down the passenger side. Quarter panel looks solid. Ain't got no waves or no crazy dents that really need to be pointed out. Rear glass is solid, no cracks in it. Really gotta appreciate the design philosophy in these hard tops. I like how you got these body lines on the trunk. Looks super cool. All right. I'm sorry, listening to that horn. Rear bumper looks pretty solid from the top. I ain't gonna lie, eventually you probably want to get this re-chrome. I can already tell when we put it on the rack. Got a little spot of rust at the very, very bottom underneath it, but we'll show that once we get it on the rack. Coming around the driver's side. Again, looks pretty solid. No crazy dents or cracks or anything. All right, windshield looks good. No cracks, no rock chips. All chrome intact around it as well. Front fender looks solid. There is a bumper filler missing there. Let me double check if it's on the other side as well. You talking about that horn? Yeah, that horn sound crazy. That's why I was quiet for a minute. I kept hearing that horn go off in this Cadillac that we got, and it's got that I don't know, that Acme sound to it, that woo, like it sound crazy when you hit it, and everybody think that there's something wrong with the horn, but it was designed like that. So if you guys heard that in the background, that's what everybody was listening to. It's a Eldorado. I think it's a 76. I can't remember. All right, heartbeat of this 5.3 LS swap. Pretty clean swap for the most part. Relatively clean under here. You got all your power brakes, power steering, non-AC. It was an AC equipped vehicle before they did the swap, but of course when you do these LS swaps, that is sometimes a point of contention. Where you're going to mount your compressor, and if you even want to deal with all that. I'm pretty sure they were being lazy on this one. Not lazy, I'm sorry, it's just the way that everything was routed. They couldn't run a compressor over here because the intake's running that way. So it would have took a little different fabrication or run a low mount, but I don't think there's much room in there anyway. So sometimes that's how it goes. Still can be added afterwards. You just have to figure out, excuse me, you just have to figure out the routing. I don't have AC on mine either. I do have plenty of room to run it though, but I knew that I was gonna be doing vintage air eventually. Trunk is pretty clean. Does need new weather seals. Looks like they left the original ones on. Excuse me. Trunk is nice and clean, minus the the back of the insulation falling apart, but that's normal. But the trunk is solid though. No rust spots, no holes, anything like that. Of course, once we get it on the rack, you guys will really see underneath. Now, outside of the LS, the highlight of this interior to me, the car myself, is the interior. Almost everything's been replaced in here. Seats are completely brand new. We did that ourselves. So no rips, no tears. Nobody's been back here. No wear patterns. Super nice and soft leather. Foam is new. Panels are the same, but if you look, they're in beautiful condition. No rips, no tears, and no warping going on either. And again, front seats as well. Match the rear. Super soft, super plush. Great color. New carpet, new dash. Headliner was not needed. You know, it's got those individual, I forgot what you call them, the little panel style. But it's in good shape. There's no sagging. And here's our passenger door panel. No warping or anything. And like I said, it's just a beautiful, beautiful color combination. So let me get on over here to the driver's side. Taking out this driver's panel. Again, no warping. Pretty solid for sure. All right, give me a second. We'll knock out. We're gonna start the test driving the Caprice. Obviously, it's LS swap, so we're gonna let the fuel pump kick in. It's prime. Fires right up. Mileage reads 50,240. We know we don't have no AC at all, so. Horn good. Windows are manual. I already rolled them up because it's 21 degrees outside, so we're good there. Radio does work. Don't know if the lighter works or not. Lights are on. Super dim in the dash. That's normal. I can see them reflecting off of there though. Wipers work. Sounds good. Oh, map lights. Good. Little interior lights. Definitely sounds good. Get about this maze of cars. As y'all see, we got everything outside because we are definitely overflowing. Which is a good thing, of course, but speedometer is not working. I don't know if you guys can see that because of the light, but speedometer is not working. Oh, I forgot the turn signals. Right turn signal good, no issues there. Left turn signal is on. Not blinking, but it's on. Throttle response is immediate as you expect. You know, we're used to these things having 350s. Some of them 400s, but normally 350s. Like I said, this thing with the LS is pulling immediately. Definitely feels good. No belt squeal or anything like that. I got a little tiny bit of drone from the exhaust. You know, it's just based on type of exhaust that you pick. Nothing mechanically though. Brakes feel good. A little bit on the firmer side, which is good though. Like I can feel the pushback on my foot, so pretty solid. The throttle pedal, the pedal is a little bit stiff. Not a bad thing, but just let you know that pedal is a little bit stiff. If it feels like I'm pulling off a little slow going around corners, it's because I feel like I'm pushing it, and it's just because it's a little bit stiff. And I ain't gonna lie, like being in my car so all the time, you know, you get used to electronic, you know, electronic throttle. So drive by wire, you barely touch the pedal and everything is immediate. This is a cable-driven system, so like I said, it's a little bit on the tighter side. Give it a little bit of throttle. Shifts have been smooth, no issues with suspension. Hands off the wheel, she's tracking straight. Wheel has a little bit of play, about normal though. So give me a second, I'll throw her on the rack and we'll check out. All right, y'all, got the Caprice up on the rack. Looking at the rear bumper, like I said in the beginning, got a little bit of rust underneath. You see it right there. and then right there. So eventually probably will want to look into a bumper. Exhaust has been done all the way, so also looks like the car has been undercoated. No signs of leak from the gas tank, nothing from the rear end. Looks like a factory 10 bolt. Like I said, it's all been coated, as well as the frame. Drums in the rear. Nothing on the floors though, actually a little bit, but not a lot. Frame looks nice and straight, no issues there, as well as the cross member. Floors look solid. No soft spots that I need to point out. You got your normal surface rust, but that's because there's no coating there. Frame good on this side as well, and same thing on the floor. Like I said, no issues to point out there. New hardware for the seats were put in. Let's see, new drive shaft was put in, and no signs of leak from the oil or trans pan. You got those fuel pumps there, the electronic fuel pumps. Disc brakes, you can tell those calipers are new, well, on that side anyway. Everything else appears to be completely stock under here. No signs of any leaks or anything there. Front bumper looks good. No dents or rust that need to be pointed out. Come around the car. Tires are new at the four corners. Well, the tread depth is good at all four corners. Moving underneath the car, cladding is intact, and body looks pretty solid. They didn't do a good job painting underneath. You can tell they stopped right here. Compare the gloss compared to the original color, but again, that's the bottom of the car. That's where rocks and everything's gonna kick up anyway. But sometimes even when people ain't gonna see it, it's about doing it right. So rear fender, same thing on this side. You can tell where they stopped painting at. Excuse me. Alright, if you guys are interested in this Caprice, give us a call at 256-801-4409. Check us out at Rolling Museums on the website and Instagram. As always, appreciate you watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe below.